We are going to be in Orlando, November 21st and 20th and 21st. I'm telling you, the ticket to Maui for Diamond, to go Diamond, is through Orlando. If you're not in Orlando on the 20th, 21st for Dream Day, it's $175. So people say, but you got to get a little smarter than people. Well, it's $175. I mean, first of all, if you don't have $175, you think you might be doing something wrong. Okay? Second of all, how much do you think it is for all the ball games that are packed? The World Series going on, the football games. If you think if people can get that fired up about a team, say the Gators, for instance, or whatever, if they can get that fired up over the Gators, you think they can get that fired up about their family's financial freedom? People are people. They just got to find, I want you to get that same emotion now for your family than the football team. It doesn't even matter if they win or lose. Hello? I'm just giving you a heads up. By the way, wouldn't you rather build this thing so you're in the sky boxes with us, waving out to your friends that didn't get in Monavie, and you're hanging out to one sky boxes, Monavie, right? That's us, anyway. So, and I didn't even go to college, so I'm just there just for the heck of it. Okay, just to give you, I don't care what team wins. So, you flip through this thing real quick. You don't have to be perfect. I don't need that, Bill, because we're just going to flip through this real quick. Invite people to taste and share. So when you do this, if you feel a little uncomfortable, you go back there. I got a DVD back there, and I flip it for you in 35 minutes. So we didn't have that when we got in. My friend Matt and I were so bad, people were signing up, feeling sorry for us. There's another CD back there by this guy, Randy Schrader. He talked at our last function, and I just brought a few back there with me. But you could get that for all your friends. When you slap the income disclosure sheet, the Inc. magazine, and I'd slap this because no matter who they are, they ain't getting $1 million bonuses right now. They're not getting, you can show. The neat thing about this is this. I get to help a friend retire. There's not too many occupations when you can help your friend. Does that make sense? That's pretty cool. And then they can change their life. You show them the pictures of the people. So it's not just Steve and Gina. And by the way, they weren't lucky either because Dallin, the founder of Monavie's, been in this industry for 20 years. He knew exactly what it took to build this kind of a business. He always thought he'd hit $1 billion, never thought it'd be this fast. But his friends got in the first year and a half before I got in. So if it was lucky, they should be crowned, but they're not. They didn't want to bring their wife home from work as bad as I did. They weren't. When somebody told them not to come to the tasting, like in Naples, my first trip to Naples, they told me not to go. I came anyways. They got on the phone, said, Shelly, will you come as a favor? Shelly saw it. I was honest with her. I said, Shelly, we don't have anyone that succeeded that did not come to a get-together like we're going to have in Orlando. So she said, I want to go there. We got 12 cases, not to just have juice to just go around. We knew what to do. We drank with our friends with the juice. We actually, every time somebody signed up, we gave them a case. They gave us a case back once they got their cases. So we just loaned it to them. How'd you learn that? Well, the guys that were building Monavie a year before us, Brig and Charlie, said, hey, that's how we learn to create momentum. If they go home with no juice, they don't even know what they signed up in. So we give them juice and a magazine, a couple things. They can get their 2 people, and they can be taking the product. Then they give us the case back. So we learn from everyone else's mistake. Then we get on 3 case autos. We said, I want that, that, and that. And I'm going to go Black Diamond. And she did. Her and her husband went Black Diamond. But what if we went to win? They told us not to go. We still came anyways. What I'm trying to get at is that Alan's friends didn't go crown, but all I did was just keep believing that my friends are going to come along with me as long as I build it. It's my responsibility to stay in here because look at this guy, even though I haven't seen him like ripping it up yet, he's been thinking about, and I know how sharp he is, by the way, he's been thinking about building it since I started. But he's sitting in that seat because my son, when I took him to the physical last week, the doctor that I talked to 3.5 years ago, before we even hit the kid's hammer, hit the hammer on the knee, said to me, so how's that Monavie? 3.5 years ago I talked to him. But I haven't been in there since because I've been busy, helping my friends. How's that Monavie business doing? You don't really want to know, Doc. I've just been sitting in here for an hour, and I would have to guess you see about 50 patients a day. A lot of freedom and adventure for all that schooling that you did. It's just my mind. I didn't say that to him. I'm just thinking it. I said, well, since I talked to you 3.5 years ago, got a free Mercedes, Got a $100,000 bonus. There was about $600,000, $1 million bonus. Got a free Lamborghini. They sent us on trips around. So long, we actually came out of our rooms laughing at each other, saying, "We only got 46 days left." How would you like to go on a trip so long you couldn't wait to get home? Okay. They sent us to Ireland for free. They sent us to. They just sent us on a yacht trip. When you go Imperial, you get to pick your yacht. This is the guy that helps us get the yacht right here. Okay. He's got picks a yacht. All the crew waiting on you. Brig, you got to go on a free trip with Brig and Lee. With Brig and Gina. Brig hops in the hot tub. That's not hot enough. We got it as hot as it can go. But you know what? We'll boil water in the galley. We'll pour the buckets in there. Oh, great! This feels great. He gets out. Gina gets in. Man, this is hot. Mrs. Merritt, we got 4 ice cube machines on the yacht. We'll throw them in there, right? So we went on a free yacht trip. They just gave me a free Lamborghini. Hey, Doc, what have you been doing for 3.5 years since I seen you? A lot of freedom and adventure? Went quiet. Okay. I'm just giving you heads up that, well, they were all yawning. We were out talking to people. I knew there was some people out there in this room that's got a dream, that's willing to fight a little bit, have a little fun, because it's happening. We're just getting started. Now, when I got in, people said, "Hey, I never heard of Monavie. Never met anyone that made money in this." Now, people might have heard of it. It doesn't really matter if you heard of it or not. It's a matter of, you got a dream. Put Monavie aside. Is there something you'd like to have that you can't get doing what you're doing? Okay? And if they say, "No, I got everything that I possibly..." I like to ask a husband and wife together because guys lie. "No, we don't need any more money." "Wait a minute, Susie, could you use an extra $10,000 a week?" "Yes, we could. Remember the wash and dryer are broken, the car don't start?" Remember, like our machine gun went off. So make sure you talk to them together, and make sure you leave them a magazine or a CD, so that you get your head in the game on the CDs. Most people, they say they're doing the same thing I'm doing. No, did I say read, listen to a CD, so when you're driving down the road, when I get there, they see it in my eyes, and they want to follow me, versus if I'm listening to the radio, I'm following them. Why do you think we got a garbage truck? Briggs got... Mike Jones works on the left side. He worked on the left side of the garbage truck. Never made more than $25,000 a year. He's a Hawaiian blue diamond. Just broke a diamond. Aunt Betty, 82 years old. Not to embarrass anyone. But how do you think he did it? He came to the dream day. Eyeballs are this big. Now, a lot of people were like very professional, whatever. They said, "You know what? My kid's got a t-ball game, so I can't go to that t-ball game," or "I've got to cut the lawn," or whatever. They all had certain little, because you can make. I got 4 kids. I could make more excuses than China's got. My daughter just got back from China, the World Cup. She's been traveling around the world since she was 11 years old. She is the best in the world. This isn't like t-ball down the street, if you know what I mean. The last tournament she went to was in Taiwan that I went to. She got silver at the World Games. Okay, I'm just kind of giving you a heads up that I could make more excuses. Before I even started Monavie, my 3 kids competed at the World Championships in Moscow, Russia. I mean, I'm just kind of giving you, this isn't like t-ball type stuff, you know what I mean? I could make excuses, so could you, for your family's financial future. But if you want to get free, you figure out a way to get there, because when Mike and Rhonda get out of the dream day, here's what happens. They look like this. And they got their magazines, because they told them what to say. All right, they know exactly what to say. Anything you don't understand about how many milligrams of glucosamine are every shot? That's a good question. Just ask me real quick, why do you need to know how many milligrams of glucosamine are every shot? Because I taught him what to say. The guy that didn't go was like, "I gotta find you the answer." "No, you don't. This is the top guy, and he don't know how many milligrams of glucosamine are in every shot. He got there that way." Any other questions?